Alright, everyone, Country here this morning. What I'm going to show you today is a little project I got going. I'm fixing me up some old wheels for my mud grips for my winter tires. And I'm going to mount them, have them all ready for the woods and everything. And for the bad weather this winter. So, stick around, see what I do. Alright, first thing I'm doing is cleaning up some old steel wheels. The old factory steel wheels are much better for mud grips, where you're going to be running through some rough places than the aluminum wheels that you get on vehicles now. And what I done was start with, took my little angle grinder and put a wire wheel on it, and I just cleaned it all around, all over, on the inside and on the bead and everything. On the inside in there, as you can see, there's places I missed. There's dirt and all, so I had some hot soapy water ready. I'm over here washing this one. I'm going to wash them up with hot soapy water, and I'm going to hose them off then, get them nice and clean, get them ready to paint. So whenever you're painting, of course, best thing to do is have everything good and clean first. I'll make sure and get them good and clean, and I give them all a closer inspection, make sure all the bead is good on them, and make sure they're all good to go. Looking for cracks and stuff in them. May find a bad wheel. I have to look for all that and inspect it. Alright, there they are, all washed, nice and clean. Take them out here in the sun, let them dry up all day. And get nice and dry, get all the water off. I'll come back, wipe them off again. Get them real clean so I can do a good paint job on them. It didn't take long to do this. We're talking at 10 or 15 minutes cleaning these up, and then it took me about 15 minutes to run the wire wheel over these and clean them up. So it don't take long to clean them up and make just your old stock wheels look good. So stick around, there's going to be more to come. They got them all dried up and everything, and I started painting them. Got to stop a little bit. Work a little bit, stop a little bit. But these turn out really good. Of course, if you use a good spray paint, and I couldn't get a good spray paint, all I could find was the cheap store brand stuff. Use a good Krylon paint. There is differences in the paint. You're going to get what you pay for. They'll turn out really well. These are a gloss black, because again, that was the only paint I could get. I just think they look better if it's a flat black, but that's what they had, so that's what I'm using. So let me get these done up, and I'll show you what they look like when they're completed. Alright, that's kind of what they look like after I painted them all. They're all done. Got some more sitting over there. What you got to remember about this is whenever you clean and paint, the important place is right here along the bead. Buff that up really good, clean it up real good, get all the rust off, get down to bare metal, and put an extra coat of good thick paint on there along that, because these are going for my winter tires, my mud grip, so all the mud and the dirt and all gets down in here between the rubber and the metal, and that's when you have tires leaking down. And if it sits in there for a while, then it starts to rust, and you get holes in there. You get holes in it, then there's no way to ever stop it from leaking. If it's just getting dirt in there and it's leaking down occasionally on you, you can always go break the tire down, break the bead on the tire, and you can smear some grease all the way around on both sides, and then mount the tire back up. And that grease helps keep all the mud and the sand and all out. Some people say, oh, it's going to make it attractive. Well, it will on the outside, but that bead will seal off with that grease, and it'll keep it lubricated in there. But I'm not talking about big gobs and handfuls of grease. I'm talking about just a little light coat of grease along there. You can go to the tire shops, and they have buckets of some stuff that's similar to soap, but that works pretty good too. That's what it's designed for. So Just some things for y'all to think about before winter gets here. Putting them extra tires on and making it where you don't have any problems and having to work on your vehicle so much during the winter. Be able to enjoy the hunting season and all, and just keep going. And also make sure when you're doing this every year that you got the antifreeze put in, you got the oil change done, and you got all that other maintenance and everything done. Then you want to sit out in the cold and the rain and everything and do all that maintenance then. Have everything done prior to cold weather getting here. So that's about it for this video. Just remember, y'all can catch me on Rumble as well as YouTube. And like, share, subscribe. Do all that. I'll see y'all next time.